Good evening once again, everyone, and thank you so much again for being here tonight. There's my theme music. While you're finishing up your dinner, and do take your time and enjoy, we are going to get started with the bulk of the awards program here tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the 17th year that the Rockies Charity Fund has held this event in support of individuals with disabilities. And to date, the Rockies Charity Fund has given over $20 million to agencies and organizations in our community serving our youth. We have 6 awards to be given out tonight. Each award has a video about the recipient that will be shown on Rockies Vision. Our next award this evening is the Friendship Award, a new award. The Friendship Award was added this year to recognize someone very special to this event and to our community. The recipient of this award has given so much of her time and resources not only to the Colorado Rockies Charity Fund, but to many other agencies as well through her volunteer work and wonderful decorating skills. Look around, you'll see what we mean. She has never received any recognition, so tonight we are honored to give her the recognition that she very much deserves. The winner of the Friendship Award is Wendy Foster.
I really try to live my life by the Margaret Mead quote, "Never ever doubt that a small, thoughtful group of concerned citizens can change the world." And I see it change every day. I go to Winter Park. I see it change every time I go to Aspen, and that's really powerful stuff.
I'm so amazed at what a dedicated, loyal, passionate woman she is. Whenever help is needed from anybody, they call on Wendy.
I had friends who I taught with in Winter Park that they would come back from these weeks in Aspen with shining stars, and that's all they could talk about. They were just out of their mind, and I wanted to do that. I was working in architecture and design, and I just wasn't really satisfied with I didn't feel like I was making a real contribution. And day one of working with the students, I was hooked.
Well, I like to ski with her. I got 2 medals.
Did Wendy help you win those?
No, I did. Yeah, she did a good job.
I think the most rewarding part is that you see the immediate impact that it has on your students, the kids that come up to teach. There's a real ripple effect where then you see how it affects the families and how it affects the greater good, and it gives these kids more confidence, which they take back home. It gives them a social network of people that are like them, that enjoy the same kind of sport. It's really powerful when you start to look at that ripple in the pond kind of thing and how it goes out in the world. I love that part, love it.
We have a star bar, which we make a bar out of snow, and we make smoothies and just hand them out to whoever. Well, she'll end up going up to a total stranger and spraying them with whipping cream, and they love it. You know, they react to it. Or she'll get in snowball fights with the kids. She'll dance with the kids.
We also know her as the leopard lady. She loves leopard. So whether it's a leopard hat, leopard gloves, leopard ski vest, leopard pants, she is in leopard dudes 100%. She can't walk by in a store, anything that has a leopard print, without buying it.
It's something that I've come and I've watched and just been so inspired by the other people that have won. It's amazing. And having worked with both programs, people who've been dedicated to this, who've worked with it for literally years, and to sort of be singled out and honored is, it's humbling, because there's so many people that equally deserve this award. I'm Wendy Foster, 2011 recipient of the Hal O'Leary Friendship Award.
Please welcome up our Friendship Award winner, Wendy Foster.
That whole leopard thing is really exaggerated. I'm truly honored to accept this award. Thank you so much. I want to tell you a little bit about how I got involved in this program. My first day, my first student had Down syndrome and she was deaf. And I'm sure it was let's give the rookie this one. On day 1, it took about 3 hours to get her boots on. On day 3, she took the boots off on the hill and marched into the building in the snow, through the snow in her socks. She was not skiing that day. And I knew I needed a walker, but I wasn't walker certified, and we were just having a drama about the whole thing. On day 5, another volunteer rescued me, and she came out, she was walker certified. We went out, and that child skied 3 runs in Sorensen Park. She probably never skied another day in her life, but 18 years later, I'm still there. Anyone who volunteers knows that what you give, you get back at least tenfold, at least. And I'm going to give you a few examples of the dividends that came from that. I spent 2, not 1, but 2 celebratory days with a woman with Down syndrome in Sorensen Park. You're going to hear a repeat of this a little bit. She would ski down the mountain, which, for those of you not familiar with Sorensen, it's about from here to the Pitcher's Mound and about the same slope, maybe a little bit more, maybe just a little. And at the bottom of the hill, she would take all of her equipment off, and she would run around, and she'd go, high five everybody, and she'd go, I did it, I did it, I did it, for 2 days. It was a great, great experience. I think everybody who's taught at NSCD has had this experience where you have an individual who probably doesn't have the intellectual skills to read, but they can buffalo you into a snowmobile ride down the hill like that. Everybody's gone through that one. My friend Marlene, who you met in the video, is actually probably in about her 40s, and she loves to flirt with the lifties. And she asked one kid, how old are you? And he told her, and she said, oh, you're way too young for me. And she skied off. It was a great day. My coordinators, the people who assign you to your students, have always been amazing. Chris Poofpoff with NSCD would always kind of grab me gently by the elbow, and she'd get this twinkle in her eye, and she'd say, you are going to have the best day today, which was the cue to grab the Superman cape out of your bag because you were going to need it. Really need it. One day she sent me out with a young woman who she spends her days in a wheelchair. She has spina bifida, but with the use of a slider, which is this huge piece of equipment, and about 100 bungee cords, we could get her to ski standing up, which, when you think about it, is truly amazing. And it was a great day, Chris, and probably the top 10 of my career at NSCD. Jean McBride with the Shining Stars is my coordinator up there, and she's also gives me great students, except for last year, Jean. She gave me a student who could ski. And I mean really, really ski. And I love the challenge of teaching students. I do not love the challenge of trying to keep up. A special thank you to my parents who are here today for instilling, by beautiful example, a sense of civic responsibility. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And a special thanks to the Rockies Foundation for hosting tonight, especially Antigone, who's out there somewhere, I know. It's so nice that you guys go to such great lengths to recognize the unsung heroes in our midst. Lastly, I would like to thank you, hello Larry, for having the courage to raise your hand in that meeting 41 years ago to get that kid on the hill, like you always encourage us to. And even though, as legend has it, it didn't go so very well, but you persevered. In that single act, you made such a tremendous difference in all of our lives, not just the disabled, but all of us. And I thank you so much for that. This was not your ordinary ripple in the pond. This was kind of like the meteor hitting the earth and creating the Gulf of Mexico. This was colossal. So from the bottom of my heart, if you don't volunteer, I encourage you to go out and to find that thing that speaks to you. For me, it was skiing, but maybe for you, it's youth at risk, it's the elderly, I don't know. But find that thing that ignites your passion and give of your time and give of your talent and strive to make a real difference in this world. It is truly the most rewarding experience you will ever have. So thank you so much. I am tremendously honored by this. Thank you.